The Rise of PimpCorp. Long live the hustle. Our story begins years into the reign of pimping legend Matthew the Mighty Pimp King. When he took the throne at the age of 10, all he knew was this is how things are. He lived up to the expectations of the court and his kingdom. He was loved and respected by all his subjects, especially his hoes. The life of a king can be hard. There are battles outsiders never see, struggles that create great kings. Matthew had learned many hard lessons from these tribulations. Now at age 25, in the 15th year of his reign, Matthew decided he would make some changes. As far as Matthew could see, the crown had no business trying to run private industry. That should be left up to the people. Matthew called his advisors and instructed them to create the Great Pimping Privatization Act. This took pimping from under the crown and put it into the hands of the people where it belonged. This act ushered in a new era of worker rights and respect for both pimps and hoes alike. Under this act, a corporation called PimpCorp was founded. LaQuisha, the king's loyal and trusted bottom bitch, was named CEO. LaQuisha was the obvious choice. She had years of experience in the game. She had handled day-to-day operations of the king's pimping empire for the last 15 years, and she knew how to manage a stable of hoes. With LaQuisha as CEO of PimpCorp, the company immediately took off. All the hoes in the king's stable competed for various positions with the company. She ran it much like she had the king's operation. The hoes received the same benefits as before, but now they had a clean break room, an HR department, and a reliable point-of-sale system that made life much easier. It wasn't long, though, before the people realized there's money to be made, and the free market system broke loose. Suddenly, there were pimp startups everywhere. They would try to recruit from PimpCorp's workforce. They would promise anything in the name of recruiting. They could rarely deliver. There were suddenly flashy neon signs scattered throughout the kingdom. LaQuisha, being the street-smart, former bottom bitch she was, knew she had better step things up if PimpCorp were to survive. LaQuisha implemented a new benefits package, paid training, and hoes would receive a sign-on bonus. Hoes now got, medical and dental, retirement plans, stock options, a break room with snacks. Hoes were even allowed to unionize. Their shop steward, Shonda, took no prisoners. New pimps popped up all over the kingdom. There were neon signs, flashy ads, and one guy in a lime green suit standing on the street. Most of these new pimps who were trying to play the game just couldn't cut it. They had no idea how to handle a stable of hoes, much less make it profitable. PimpCorp had the best benefits and training, and all the girls in the kingdom dreamt of being a PimpCorp girl. Before the Great Pimping Privatization Act went into effect, you would see children playing cops and robbers, knights and dragons. Now the game was pimps and hoes. You could hear kids yelling, "Where's my money?" all throughout the kingdom. PimpCorp became the biggest name in the game, known everywhere. Its name was on cereal boxes, soda cans. It was almost as bad as Coca-Cola. Matthew, the once mighty Pimp King, was now just a king. He traded his gold Cadillac for a much nicer Chrysler 300. He retired his flashy purple pimp suit and hat. Even so, he was still and always would be known as the pimping legend that reformed the game. His hoes still loved and respected him, and he would forever be known to them as Daddy. Now that Matthew has revolutionized the game once more, hoes, pimps, Johns, and everyone else in the kingdom lived happily ever after. The end.